was right there with her, and she couldn't turn that opportunity into any kind of shot. Here comes the goal kick, and it's going through everybody. Went about 70 yards, and luckily collected by Riley with her speed. Now out to Romero, and then to Welcome, who makes a poor pass there. But the head of Mines player saves Welcome because it goes out of bounds, and that'll be a throw into Fort Lewis. Here's Romero, and she's going to pick up a couple of yards running down the sideline, gets it to Canis, who makes a lovely trap in midair. Gosh, she's a skilled player. The more I see Canis, the more I respect her skills, as she can do a lot with the ball, as Romero this time with the right foot high in the air, looking for Eggbomb down that left sideline. Can't find her. Over her head and out of bounds. Here's the throw-in. It's Fort Lewis 1. And the Mines women 0 here in this second semi-final here at Dirks Field. The earlier semi-final today was won by Regis over New Mexico Highlands. I think the score there was 2-0, and the winner of this game today will play Regis on Sunday. Mines trying to come down this right channel, this eastern side of the field, but out of bounds. Pressure by Fort Lewis forced that errant kick as the ball goes back to Romero, who dances around her opponent so cleverly. She could have been knocked down there, but she got out of the way as down goes Riley, and the ball ricochets off a Mines player. Luckily to Shoemaker. Fort Lewis momentarily in trouble there, but Shoemaker saved the day, and it's Schiesler back to Shoemaker, and now Shoemaker trying to find Canis. Just can't do it, intercepted, but the ball ricochets off Benavides. Canis pops it up in the air. It's just outside the box of Fort Lewis. Tegmeyer's going to hit it to Benavides, off Benavides' knee towards Canis, and there's a high kick, and that's straight at Canis. Yes, that's going to be an indirect free kick for Fort Lewis, about 28 yards out from goal.
Yeah, so this is a dangerous spot for Mines here. It looks like Haley Linga's going to line up here to take this free kick here. So we'll see. We've got the two center backs back for Fort Lewis College, and it's like Nicole Schumacher's kind of playing off the ball a little bit, along with Elena Benavides. And so is that Sarah Eggbomb and Haley Linga that are chatting there? I think Sarah Eggbomb's going to go ahead and jump in the line there with Mines. Let's see what happens here.
Linga's going to shoot a goal, but it's way over the crossbar. Yes, they had a plan there. Here's Fort Lewis, and they're in the box, and Schiesler's going to blast it across the box, but she went high all the way, and that was over the crossbar. I think somebody touched it, and the referee is going to say it's a corner kick. This will be the 11th, we believe, corner kick for Fort Lewis today. Schiesler's going to take it. It's over on that western side of the field. She'll have the wind somewhat behind her. This ball will go along the goal kick boundary line, and then the byline, that is, and then sort of be worked out maybe with the wind. This could be tricky for the goalkeeper because it's going to be bending away from the goalkeeper. Let's see what Schiesler does with this, and here she comes, and it's not a bad one either. Stabbing, the goalkeeper does actually get a hand to it just in front of some Fort Lewis players, but it's out to Romero, who's a defender, but she's just outside the box, and here's Schiesler with a chance, no, that's Eggbomb, with a chance from about 8 yards out on a hard angle, and just had a free header though, but it went straight up in the air, and Eggbomb was disappointed with that over the crossbar.
And was unable to get a good header out of that.
Here's Fort Lewis coming forward again, but Mines get the header in, and they come forward again. The Mines attack in the second half hasn't looked as potent because they're starting to just kick the ball forward. They're not looking for their forwards, and once again that ball is kicked all the way down to the other end of the field where it'll go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw in to the left fullback for Fort Lewis all day today, and that is Romero. She goes to Benavides, and Benavides tries to kick it over her head, kicks into a Mines player. Romero cleverly flicks it back to Benavides. Benavides now back to Welcome, who also kicks it into her opponent. It's going to go out of bounds. Which way is the referee going to say? He's going to say it came off Romero. Bad luck. The ball was just ping-ponging around there. So Fort Lewis sort of messed up that clearance, and now Mines have it, and they are going to square a ball across the box, but maybe Welcome can get in here. Oh, she's so quick and clever as Welcome, as she got a little push in the back as she was shielding, and luckily, because Welcome was going in the wrong direction there, but could have been danger for Fort Lewis, but free kick for Fort Lewis.
Yeah, Welcome was waiting for that ball to go out of bounds, and just using her body very nicely there, and the Mines player was bumping into her, and the referee decided to make a call.
Here's a big left-footed kick by Romero, covering about 40 yards, but not collected by anybody here, and trying to come forward is Mines, and finally Schisler goes and gets the ball. She taps it out to Shoemaker. Shoemaker tries to go forward but spins off a Mines player out of bounds. It'll be a throw into Fort Lewis. The score here, Fort Lewis won off a goal in the first half by Canis, the freshman, and she's on the ball now, Canis, as she's trying to get away from an opponent way out on that western side of the field. She quickly squirts it into the penalty box, and the keeper takes down Halenga. The referee says no foul. That would have been a penalty, and it's ended up being a goal kick.
Yeah, then that ball bounced out to Sarah Eggbom, and it was a bit of a dodgy bounce there. If Sarah Eggbom just can clip that ball, it's gonna go in.
Yeah, and Todd Paget is having an argument with the fourth official here. He thought that should have been a penalty as the keeper, and I think the keeper was genuinely trying to get the ball. I don't think there was any intention of taking down Halenga, but it could have been called in another game. But nevertheless, not much argument from Fort Lewis, except the coach over there, Todd Paget. But it's gone out of bounds, as Lauren said. It's a free kick. It's a goal kick, and here comes a goal kick now. Not a very good one, only covering about the 30 yards, headed by Benavides, but couldn't direct it. But it drops to Tegmeyer, who sends it to Schisler, who's going to try to see if she can, pull things together today. She's had a bit of an off day, and there again a bad pass by Schisler lets Mines in, but luckily out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in to Fort Lewis.
And one thing I noticed there, Erica had lots of room out there on the sideline, and she turned it inside again, and I'm wondering if it's because those Mines players are so quick that they're able to pressure her, that forces her to turn it inside.
Well, something's not quite right today, that's for sure. And here's Halenga on the ball trying to nutmeg her opponent, but the opponent comes away, the Mines player with the ball, out to Shoemaker, who just blocks it out of bounds, and that'll be a throw-in for Mines. This game is not over by a long shot. It's a tough game. Fort Lewis only leading by the one goal, and there's that forward ball again by Mines, where they just kick it a long way forward, not looking for a pass, and that's making it very hard on these Mines forwards, Lauren.
Yeah, so we've got 27 minutes left in this second half here, and the scoreboard there says 2 shots for Fort Lewis and 2 shots for Mines.
There's a lovely pass by Schisler off the goal kick to Tegmeyer, back to Welcome, and then back to Riley, who kicks it high up in the air. That gives hard work for Schisler, but she did get a header to Halenga, who goes back to Schisler, and Schisler tries to stab it to Canis, but once again hits it into her opponent, but luckily it ricochets out of bounds, and that will be a throw-in to Fort Lewis. Throw-in goes to Canis, who has the ball back to Schisler. Schisler's going to dump it into the box. It's high into the box. There's no one there except the keeper. The keeper hesitates, but finally comes forward and gets the ball. Ooh,
well, that's dangerous for Mines. The keeper allows that ball to bounce there inside the box, and that could have been trouble.
Yes, but her kick was good, though. It went about 70 yards and collected by Welcome in mid-air, and she just boots it downfield, and Schisler's on the ball again. I like to see her getting these more touches now.
I like the way Emma Canis came back and showed feet there. That's what they need to do to help break down the sideline.
Canis dribbles away from 2 players, gets it to Halenga, tries to cross the ball, but Fort Lewis kicking into their opponents a lot today. As Canis goes to Halenga, she dumps it into the box, but unfortunately nobody waiting for it there at the top of the arc, and kicked away by Mines.
Up in the play a handful of times, but not like they normally do.
Well, they're protecting a 1-goal lead here, but I agree, they're not going forward like they can do. Being a little careful here, and maybe that's the right way to be, as there's Welcome doing a beautiful chest trap to herself under pressure, tries to get the ball. The Mines player just busts right through that tackle, though, and about 40 yards out, shows too much ball to Schisler. Schisler's recovered from her first half because she's in everything now. Uzurica Schisler stealing that ball from Mines, and Halenga gives up the ball from a hard tackle. Here comes Mines forward again, though. They're not giving up this Mines team, as they're tough, as Romero makes a nice tackle, but shows a little too much ball there to the Mines player. Almost a shot from Mines, but it ricochets back to Romero. She boots it out of play, up near the half line. And for the time being, this attack by Mines is thwarted. Here's the throw-in. Goes to Benavides, who cleverly tries to get it to Eggbom, but I think that's going to be a throw-in to Mines. Oh, I think we might have got a lucky call there, as it's a throw into Fort Lewis. Canis is on the ball, guarding the ball cleverly, as Canis comes away with the ball, fakes across, and now shoots it across. That might have been a beautiful pass if Tegmeyer had been able to run onto it. She just couldn't. So the ball comes back towards Eggbom, and now it's headed to Romero, what a lovely pass to Eggbom, that pass from Romero. She pulls it back with her cleats, does Eggbom, goes down the left channel. Bad clearance there, Halenga's on it. It's 30 yards out, Fort Lewis, but it ricochets off a Mines player to...
Erica Schizler's wide open. There's absolutely nobody over there.
Wow, you're right. And she finds the ball from Tegmeyer Schizler. She's going to take off towards that corner flag.
That's a good play.
She's not going to outrun her opponent, though. That opponent's as quick as Schizler, but the opponent forced to kick it out of bounds, and that's going to be a corner kick to Fort Lewis.
Yeah, that's better by Erica Schizler. For some reason, she's had a lot of space out there, and for some reason, I guess because of the speed of that fullback there of Mines, she has turned it back inside a little too quickly, and this time she raced for the touchline and got a corner kick out of it.
And here's the corner kick, and not a good one because it goes all through the corner arc out wide, and Romero just sort of dumps it into the box, hoping there's someone there. There wasn't, and it's cleared out by Mines, but it's fallen to Halenga. Halenga's 25 yards out. It's poked away from her just about as she was going to go forward. It's with Romero now, who's going to make a run down that left wing, and she changes feet and then dumps a beautiful ball into Benavides, who can't quite hit it hard enough. It finds the head of Canis, who also can't hit it. Halenga's got the ball, pokes it back to Romero. Romero through the centre of the box. Canis with a half chance. Mines desperate to clear this ball. They can't do it. Tegmeyer's got it. Shoots it out to Shoemaker, who's come up, and she's going to launch one from about 25 yards out. Rises in the wind and goes out of bounds.
That's much better by Fort Lewis College to play and getting a shot on goal.
Well, that ball spent so much time in attack. Lauren, you were right. The Shoemaker, and that gave the chance for Shoemaker and Romero to encroach up there and help out as the ball comes forward by Mines, but once it spins away from their forwards, goes to Welcome, who touches it to Romero. Romero, first time pass with the left foot to Eggbom. Eggbom going to try to go around her opponent. She does so, but there's another defender covering, kicked out of bounds. Eggbom jumps over, so it doesn't it did touch her on the way out of bounds, so that'll be a throw into Mines. There's might be a player warming up for Fort Lewis. We might see a sub here. We're about in the middle of this second half of play. If the score holds, Fort Lewis will go on to the final on Sunday, but it's a long way off yet as Canis has the ball on the 25. She's going to strike it sideways to Eggbom with a left foot. She dumps it into the penalty spot area, but headed away by Mines. It comes back to Shoemaker. She traps it to herself, and now she traps it again and touches it to Tegmeyer. Tegmeyer can advance a few yards. No, she has to go sideways to Romero, who tells everybody she's going to hit it into the box, but she goes sideways to Eggbom. Eggbom dumps it into the box. Halenga's up. There's no foul there as Canis has a shot with the right foot and misses it, and Benavides hooks it over her head. Benavides has scored from 8 yards.
Oh, that's a beautiful little touch by Benavides. She just volleys that ball so nicely. And just clipped it, just moved it underneath the crossbar, and it bounced just to the back of the net. It was absolutely beautiful.
She had it back to the goal and knew if she could just hook that ball up and over her shoulder that it might go over the keeper's head, and that's exactly what happened. No blame at all for the keeper there. But what a beautiful series of passes by Fort Lewis, about 8 players involved there, and finally Benavides, the sophomore, the great midfielder, and she's had a nice game to do. Both those players, Tegmeyer and Benavides in midfield, and Benavides is the scorer. It's Fort Lewis 2 and Mines 0 with 20 minutes to go in this second semi-final of the RMAC tournament, and it's with Welcome, the defender, and she with the left foot is going to go long onto the head of a Mines player. It's with Eggbom, and Eggbom goes up towards Halenga, headed by Mines, but out of bounds. Halenga's got it. She's going to throw it in quickly, looking for Canis. Canis finds it too, and almost latches onto that around the 8-yard line, but just spins away from her, and the keeper makes the save.
Yeah, much better momentum here by Fort Lewis College, and really taking advantage.
Well, Fort Lewis in big trouble here as the ball bounces into the box, and the only player there is a Mines player who taps it over the head of Schmelzy, and that is a goal for Mines. Fort Lewis 2, Mines 1, and that's a shot goal that might have come from a bit of lack of concentration.
Now, was that a goal kick, John? I believe that was a goal kick, wasn't it? And it bounced, and then it took a big bounce, and as a center back, you can't let the ball bounce like that. Whenever the ball bounces like that,